Hey folks, how you doing today? So I just thought I would record myself opening up some Digimon cards today, just in case I pull anything exciting. I'm not going to open the promo pack here, just because there's no point, everyone knows what's inside it. We're here for the rare pulls, but just be aware that it's in Tabletop Magazine right now if you want a copy of all of the promo cards. Right, so I've got the blue deck, yellow deck, red deck, a box of 1.0 and a dash pack. I will open all of these up and then I will be right back. So, now that we've got everything opened, let's have a look at what we got. So, box topper for box 1.0 was the Alt Art TK Takashi, which is very exciting. That's always a good card to have. Entertainment's going to stay strong throughout everything. I'm not going to look at the cards of the starter decks, everyone knows what's in them, but just to show which pack came with which shots. So, let's start with yellow, since we pulled TK Takashi, shall we? Very excited to make my way into these. These are my first live Digimon cards that I've got in front of me, so I'm super excited to get into them. I know that a lot of people have struggled to get packs open, as I seem to be doing as well, so bear with me a second while I do this. Make sure I don't damage anything. So I myself am a blue Omni player, so I'm hoping I can pull as many cards as useful to blue Omni as possible. So, in the yellow deck, we pulled which two SRs? Woo! We pulled ourselves a Sora and a Hercules Kabuterimon. Two very nice rares there to start off with. Okay, let's have a look inside the red pack. So obviously inside the English versions come with every deck, come with a pack, which makes them super useful. Since you're only paying £10 effectively, and it's £4 for a booster, it basically means the cards inside a starter deck are only £6, and there are some great 2-ofs inside there. Remember that there are 2-ofs, so you will need to buy 2 of every starter deck. Okay, so our rares for the red deck is a Lilymon and a Joe Kido. Again, nothing useful to a blue Omni deck, but that could be the way that this goes in its entirety. Pulled a nice, lovely Magnadramon there out of the normal cards there. Let's go. Whew. So the cards that I most want to see, obviously, Omnimon, as you can tell by my mat from the lovely people at Choisugoi. We're all about the blue Omni over here, especially for 1.0. I mean, at this point, we've only got, what, a week until 1.5 drops, but I think a lot of places will still carry on playing 1.0 just for the ease of teaching everyone how to play the game inside your local game store. And to finish off, inside the blue, we have our first Upamon and a lovely Seraphimon there. So, not bad out of the starter deck boosters. We got some lovely cards there. Hercules Kabuterimon, the Upamon, which I'm obviously very excited about. Joe and a Sora, which, you know, when BT5 comes around, I'll be super excited about if I can get a Joe and Sora. I can see in the normal cards that I've got here, got a nice purple Gabumon, a Volcanodramon, which is super useful. Got a Magnadramon in case I want to run some early Megazoo, because I've shown right now the fact that can be a useful card. We pulled a Gorillamon. My blue deck's going to be coming along, no worries. So, we will now move on to our dash pack. Shout out to the lovely people over at Zatu Games who provided me with my cards today. They didn't have to provide me with a dash pack because I ordered these in December. I ordered them the 1st of December, so I missed the initial promotion. But luckily, they still threw a nice little dash pack in for me. Not you have to worry because we're going to get dash packs in 1.5. And I got the lovely Agumon, which, you know, is great. I prefer the Gabumon just because, you know, I'm a blue player. I am Gabumon and Garurumon adjacent in my entire life. So they're the ones I want to pull, but you can't ever complain at getting a free card that is actually quite good. And for our special box promotion, we pulled the lovely Agumon and Greymon. Very nice cards. You know, useful for like a champion rush if you want to use the Greymon. Great inheritable on the Agumon. I see a lot of red Omni players playing with that, especially in 1.5, just for the 2000 inheritable. Not a bad start. Okay, let's get these starter decks out of here. So, we have 6 of each type. We are going to leave Omnimons for last because I've seen other people open up their Omnimons and there has been fire cards inside of those. So I think we will start with the Digimon Packs. So let's see what we can pull out of these ones, shall we? As soon as I can get inside, that is. Whew. They don't have to make it difficult, and there's a non-usual TCG player. I don't know all the skills that I need required to get inside. But I pulled a lovely Monzemon there, and the first rares of our booster box are an Infamon and a Cerberusmon. Infamon's useful for later on, just if you want to, when Diaboromon comes around in BT5, but there are things that definitely do a better job, such as the promo Infamon, which we'll hopefully be able to get from local game stores when the world decides to open back up. Go and take part in some tournaments. Right, so our second Diaboromon pack here will be giving us a Akari Kamiya and a Yokomon. Very nice little egg and Akari Kamiya. I mean, with the TK, we have the ability to start building our Shine Greymon deck ready for Booster 1.5 that comes out next week. I've seen a lot of good decks use Shine Greymon. I don't think it's a deck that I'll particularly play, because I want to play blue the entire way through. But we'll see what happens. Got a nice Elecmon there, and my 2 rares for the third pack of my booster box is a Piedmon, very nice, lovely SR, and another Upamon, which is 2, which gets me closer and closer to being ready for my blue Omni deck. Very excited, guys. I mean, I'm only going to show the SRs because I think at this point everyone kind of knows what's available. They know what's out there. The only thing we care about is just what we're going to pull. What alt arts are we going to pull? What SRs are we going to pull? Are you going to pull enough Upamons to have a play set early on? Other than that, we don't particularly care at this point. So, our next lot of rares, we have Infamon and a lovely SR Wargreymon. That's what we want to see. So let's just make sure we keep a track of how many SRs we got out of all of these. So that's 2 SRs out of our 7 required. Don't forget, guys, the fact that there is only 7 SRs available in a box, and then 2 alternate arts or secret rares, which is why you have to be careful if you're going to buy any single packs online, because people may find all 7 of their SRs and their 2 alt arts or secrets, and then just try and sell the rest of the box, which should only be like 3 or so packs. But if you're paying a high premium price for them, and there's no SRs or secret rares if a chance of being there, you might as well just buy your cards from someone else. Buy it from your local LGS, support them, and make sure that you definitely have a chance of pulling a nice alt art Omnimon should you so require. So the next 2 rares that we have, oh, we got something very exciting behind. So we've got a new Kakumon and a gorgeous purple Garurumon, Metal Garurumon even. Mother of goodness, that is a gorgeous card. As I said, I am a Gabumon player, so any Metal Garurumon pulls, especially alternate arts, I am totally here for. Just wish it was blue, so I can be ready for my blue Omni deck. But that is a gorgeous, gorgeous alternate art. Loads of people have been saying that's their favourite card style with that design, and I gotta say I kind of agree with them. It's very evocative, and especially when you put them all next to each other, it can cause some real beautiful boards to exist. Okay, and on to our last Diaboromon pack of our 1.0. We pulled a Yamon, which, you know, kind of alright, purple egg, and a Patamon. Again, very useful for my yellow Shine Greymon deck that this box seems to want to be giving me. So, who should we move on to next? Who should we move on to next? Let's do the Royal Knights, shall we? Let's just position these so they're slightly better. Let's move on to the Royal Knights. Very super excited with the pulls so far. So I've seen 2 of my SRs and 1 alternate art. So we got 5 SRs, 1 alternate art left. Hopefully I can pull a Zudamon. Hopefully I can pull a nice blue Metal Garurumon. And be all ready to play some blue Omni at some point soon. But need to pull some Omnis for that too. So our next 2 rares to come out are Raremon and Symphony number 1. So we got some lovely normal rare cards there. They're both not that useful, though Symphony does find some use, especially with Magna / Angemon even. Just being able to get rid of 7,000 DP, 8,000 DP. That's most Omnis off the board. And that's what yellow does best. Okay, so the next 2 rares. So we have a Metal Tyrannomon and then a lovely secret rare Vidramon. Gorgeous. Not all that useful, especially when 1.5 comes out. There are other cards that you rather use just because of pure expense of Vidramon. But if you have a Tamer in play, it can totally find some use. So both the secrets out / alternate arts are out early doors in this one. But, you know, we can't complain. We've still got some SRs to find. Means we're not getting Alt Art Omnimon, which is slightly disappointing. But we have to keep opening up cards anyway, because who knows which Metal Garurumons we're going to find next. I mean, with the Piedmon, with a Metal Garurumon, I might have to look at making some sort of blue-purple hybrid deck to start off with for any tournaments that I've got coming up in the near future. So the next 2 we have a Metal Tyrannomon and then an Izzy Azumi. Not the green Tamer that you want. You obviously want Mimi, but you try your best with what you got. Metal Tyrannomon, especially when it's put with Tiger, can cause some real damage to your opponent. So we can't complain too much about that one. Green obviously is about to get a boost in about a week's time. And I can't see any reason that the English format of Digimon card game isn't going to follow the Japanese one. So any green cards that you can have that can be useful in those sort of decks, you can't really turn your nose up at. And one more like so. Okay, the next 2 rares. So we have a Lilymon here. Nice lovely Lilymon, second one that we've got. And a Metal Seadramon. Again, a very useful, nice rare there for playing some blue Omni, especially early in 1.0. Dealing with Rookie Rush that, from the looks of it, seems to be very prevalent in the 1.0 format. Any cards you can have that can just automatically give you card advantage over them is definitely the kind of cards that you want to have. Okay, so the next 2 rares that we are going to pull. So we have Izzy Azumi, a second green Izzy for us there. Can't really complain too much about that one. And then a lovely, lovely, lovely Omnimon. 1 out of 4, guys. 1 out of 4. Do you think we can pull any more out of this? Do you think it's just Omni from here on in? That's the question, but very, very happy to see it. Especially with the stuff with BT5. Omnimon is never, ever going to go away. Always happy to have as many Omnimons as possible. Just because I think there are going to be some crazy, crazy schemes with Omnimons, especially with vaccine, X antibody. Just with the cards that mean you can just play Omnimon on top of kind of for free, that option card that lets you just play Omnimon. It goes back to your hand at the end of the deck. I think unless there's some card rulings that change it, Omnimon can kind of live, and you can put an Omnimon on top of an Omnimon, and then your top Omnimon goes, but your bottom one stays. And so I think Turbo Omnimon in 5 is probably going to be quite a good set once people can get it going. So a Togemon, again, keeping the green going, and a Venom Myotismon. Very nice purple card, very useful there. When opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, gain 1 memory. I've seen a lot of tamers, a lot of duelists, players, that's probably the word we're looking for, cause a lot of havoc with that, especially against Rookie Rush and things like that, just really slowing people down. So, we're on to the Dark Masters. As of right now, we have 3 of our SRs, but both of our secret rares. So we have 4 SRs left to find in 12 packs. So 1 in 3 ain't too bad. We still need 2 more Upamons. We're always happy out here seeing as many cards that can be useful to my blue Omni deck as possible. But you know, we'll kind of see where the cards fall. I may be playing on Wednesday in a local, my LGS's little online tournament. So I'll just have to kind of use the cards that I've got. Make a weird hybrid deck that can just at least get me through that. Get me some nice promo packs. So, a Terra's Cluster. Awesome card. So super useful in slowing people down. And then an Angemon. Not really a card that gets used all that often, especially when 1.5 comes out. We get a lot more cards in yellow that have 1 cost. And at the end of the day, in yellow, you want to kind of get up as cheaply as possible to punish your opponent, so you can get into your stronger cards that can lower their DP, or, you know, get your Rise Greymons, your Shine Greymons out that can have synergy with your Tamers. So it just kind of gets outplayed by what comes after it. Okay, on to the next 2 rares. So, we have Akari Kamiya. You know, second one, very happy. Again, my Shine Greymon deck is building, and a Millenniummon. Very nice. So an Omni and a Millenniummon. Can't complain too much about that one, can we? I've had a lot of fun playing against Millenniummon decks online. I think there's a lot of strategy around getting your opponent not to play Millenniummon. And then hopefully just bum rushing them before they have a chance to punish you. Okay, so on to our next 2 rares. So we have a Flower Cannon, just a great green card, always going to be useful, and a Leopardmon, another SR for us here. You know, can't really complain about that one, can we? Very useful since I haven't pulled a Metal Garurumon in blue yet. Very useful for what I might need to do. Just the ability to play a level 4 when digivolving and gaining jamming. You know, just punish those people as best as we can. When we don't have the ability to take advantage of the full Garurumon, Garurumon, Metal Garurumon strategies. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5 of our SRs. So we only have 2 SRs left to get here, folks. But let's see what we can pull, right? Because you can't complain too much about seeing SRs and rares. Cool. So our next 2 cards. So we have a Keramon there. Not too bad at all. And a Joe Kido. Joe loves to pop up today. I haven't seen a mat as of yet, but we keep trying. We keep opening up packs, and eventually he'll appear. Yeah, I'm excited to see kind of what cards I pulled overall. See who's going to be the most useful card to play for any decks that I'm going to go up against up until probably next week when I get my next box of 1.0 and some 1.5, hopefully. Cool, so there's Yokomon, lovely little red egg, and a Rust Tyrannomon. I'm so disappointed that Rust Tyrannomon is not better. I just love the idea of the card. I love everything that he can do, the strategies that he can play around, because he can just kind of deal with your opponent's threats, especially in green, which just has the ability to to slow down your opponent, to kind of make them not be able to put pressure on you, and then you can automatically replay with Tyrannomon, with Tiger to make it cheaper. Just I wish the card was better, but I can imagine that in later things, cards will come out that will help Rust Tyrannomon to be better, make Rust Tyrannomon faster. Cool. So our next 2 rares, the last pack. So you have a nice Agumon there, and an Opamon. So we're ready. We're ready with our Opamons. I think that's my 3rd one. So we're blue egg ready. We'll move on to our final lot of 6, onto our Omnimon packs. We've already seen our Omnimon. I was hoping it would be in the Omnimon packs, but we just have to carry on opening cards. I should have 1 SR left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh wait, no, is that 7? No, I have. Yes, so I have 1 SR left to open up, and it's right here for you folks. So we have a Skull Greymon, and then we have a nice SR Garudamon. Again, another card like Rust Tyrannomon with piercing early on, a really nice inheritable of when it's blocked, draw 1. But until we get cards that mean that your opponent kind of is forced to play a blocker, or cards that mean you can kind of take control of your opponent's blockers or attack unsuspended with this card, it's never really going to find a niche. There's too many other cards. It's too expensive. But that right there is our 7 SRs. Let's try and get them all in frame over here, as well as our secret rares and alt arts, like so. Boop. Can we get him in there? Cool. So yeah, not a bad haul to start off with, not 1 box deep, and already to have an Omnimon. That's a good strategy to be on, to have a Piedmon ready if I want to play purple, have a Metal Garurumon. Yeah, we're off to a good start here. I still have 5 packs left to open, but without an SR, it doesn't really matter all that much. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.